Well, in this next video, we're getting into the repair of the fuselage. We have the support for the wing that's busted out. So as I slot it into the existing spot where it goes on that side, I see that it fits up nicely to this right here. And what I'm going to do is just CA that in place, and then we will work on adding reinforcing to make it stronger. We'll have to add in some pieces here and add in some pieces there, and of course reinforce the join. Yep, trying not to glue my fingers in place can be a challenge. Okay, I've got a break down there. It's good to have some baking paper on hand. I need to hold that together after putting glue on it. I'm using the medium CA to give me time to get things in place before it sets up. So I put the glue into that crack, and now I'm just holding it together. You can feel the heat as the CA does its thing. And it's still not holding together. After I get the initial pieces stuck together with the CA, when I put on the reinforcing bits, I'll be using epoxy for added strength. But I use the CA to just get everything held together where it belongs, and then I know it's not going to move when I go to add in the epoxy. That's finally done it. That's good. I see I got another break down here. Okay, that's looking better. Get this other side glued in. This medium CA has some gap filling properties as well, which is helpful. Just looking all over to see if there's anything else that's broken. That's obvious. Okay, I think that's going to stay put. Okay, now we've got our bin of broken up parts here, and I'm just wondering if I have any of that available. And I don't have this bit here. So we will just fabricate stuff for that. This thing here is a bit dodgy. So we will make a bit of plywood to go into that. Go right up to there, down to there. Okay, here we go again with our cardboard. We're going to want to do something up to about there. Okay, so that looks pretty square on that end. Okay, and we actually want it to come up higher. Okay, so we've got the one side of it square on there, and then we realize that this is going to need to come up along an angle like this, and probably continue that way up to something a little bit more than that. Okay. So that's going to go up there like that. And I don't mind having that extra bit in there for strength. Okay. And then we'll just want to add a little bit of a block in there. Okay, that's got a little bit of a balsa piece in it. Looks like the balsa piece is going to come short of that. Okay, that goes down to there. Okay, so that's broken off from that. What that is. Okay. So that's going to fit in there fine with that in place. This is the piece that's broken out of here. So that'll easily get put back into place. It glues up against that there. And then this will be inside. And looking at this, we got this other break up in here, and this cardboard didn't go up that far. It only went up to here. So I'm going to extend it farther to go past that break. So in this one piece will reinforce all of that. So up to this point that I marked here, that's sort of equivalent to the thickness of what we've got there. Okay, and then this curve is going to come up like this. And I'm going to extend that farther. We'll just sort of use that same angle sort of thing to go up there. Okay, so that'll go up there like that. But then here, I guess I want to extend that curve farther that way. Reminds me of the old days of engineering, doing engineering drawings by hand, where we used templates to draw curves like that. Nowadays with computers, they wouldn't even think about it. Okay. And from there, it can more or less just go the same sort of deal. We'll give that some further thought. Okay, that gets us up to here, so why don't we go up to even with that. So we continue on with our same curve. And, okay, something like that. We'll give that a try. Okay, I've cut a piece out. A little bit of lightning area there, area to lighten it, make it lighter. Okay, I've done a little bit of sanding on the edges to get it to even up, and even put it in the radial arm saw to get this angle just right. But got it to where it's all fitting in there nicely. It's going all the way up to this support up here. This is where the break was in here. And it's getting good support up to here. I'll add in a block there after I get this part of it in place. And I think that's going to do pretty good. Well, we've now got the epoxy in. We've clamped it all up. And I've added in a bit of epoxy on the bottom and those joints. And we're now letting it set up. While we're waiting for the epoxy to harden up, I've taken the cowl off, and we've got this one part of the fake engine that is coming loose. I think I'll just use some the medium CA on that to hold it in place. This is nothing structural. So I just put a bit in there to get it started. I've got a little trim bit here that has come off. Might as well add that back in for what we can do. That should take care of that. Got a little bit here that is busted up. This is just purely cosmetic here at the front. I don't know if I'm going to make it look any better. Okay, I got the pieces basically. I got all the covering out, but I can paint it up to get that back in place. I got the pieces more or less in place, and then we'll put some CA on it, and then I'll clamp it with my fingers and the baking paper. Oh, it's awfully hard to get my fingers in there. Okay, I think that's probably pretty well it. Going totally by feel, can't see anything. So I can just sort of feel where the edges are and holding it together. Okay, so now you can see what I've done there. It's got those pieces, this is all smashed through here. So just got those pieces basically back in place. Well, this is now looking nice and solid. Got their little piece in there to fasten that on. That's all epoxied together all the way up to here. Got our support all the way down into there. So that's looking good. So the next thing is going to be to get this guy on there. We got that bit of balsa there that is this piece that goes in here. And that will fit in there like so. So we just have to figure out how to get the glue onto that piece. Maybe we'll use epoxy or something like that, that we don't have to get directly at it. Before putting it on there. Yeah, that goes there. And then this bit goes along here. And I got a little bashed up bit there that we can't do too much about. Well, being a bit impatient, and with this not being a major structural thing, I decided I'm going to use this rocket glue. It says that it bonds in 10 to 20 seconds, and that should give me time to get it on there, get it into position, and then hold it. So what do you say we give that a try? So I'm going to put glue there, glue here, there and there, stick it on. It's going to have to go that way. So actually I'll put the glue on this for that part. Not sure how runny this is. Hopefully it won't run off. This one I've got to get it up close and then get it in place. Yeah, I can probably put it on there. Okay, I'm going to put everything onto this piece. And yes, along the bottom too. Okay, let's give that a try. Here we go. Get that pushed up into place. Get this into place. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 19,020. Okay, that's our 20 seconds. Just have a bit of a finger on there. Okay. What's that look like? That looks pretty good. Not sure what happened here. Okay, so that's just... Okay, yeah, we got a little bit of a break there that I need to get back together. That will be a CA job. Okay, can't really get at it from the inside, so I'll have to make a little bit of a mess on the outside. Just to be consistent with this, I'm going to use the rocket on this as well. I see it wasn't glued at all onto this. It was solely glued onto the other. Well, that's loose there. That's not great. Looks like it's been zapped, but to no avail. And we got some glue in there. On that guy. Okay, those things are all looking good. Oh, that goes right into there, so that'll be fine. Okay, so put some along the plastic here. Yeah, I think this is going to be a tape job. Now I'm just realizing that, in 20 seconds this stuff sets. Got the tape to more or less hold it there. But I'm also continuing to go with pressure back and forth on here just to try and make sure that it stays fully stuck down without any gap between it and what it's being glued to. And typically as glue sets, it gets stickier and stickier, so by continually putting pressure on it like this, it should maintain that clamp tight sort of position. And I don't know that there's anything I can do about that little bit there. I don't think I've got that bit. Don't have it. Yeah, I don't think we'll worry about it. We could put a bit of filler in there and then repaint. Yeah, we're talking about that color, so I guess that's the color that we've got more or less. This we'll just tape. It looks like we've got a crack in the balsa right here. So I'm going to put a little bit of CA on that and then push down on it with this to get the stuff held in place. There was just a little bit of the covering that was sticking out, and so that push forward was to get that line flat. Okay. Pull that off. Okay. Mess there, but yeah. Okay, I think we're set to go pretty much, huh? Got our covering to do on the tail, and I think there's a small area to patch on the wing. Of course, by the time you're watching this, the wing will be totally done. I've got to hook up our controls. And then there's a question is, do we want to try and make that look a little bit nicer? Because it doesn't hurt to have an attempt, huh? So we've added a bit of filler in here. We'll use sandpaper to clean that up a bit. I don't know how well it's going to stay. The filler isn't real strong, and you know, if it gets beat on or whatever, it might sort of crumble out. But anyway, we'll do our best to clean it up, and we'll paint that area there. This area down here, that's the CA that got on there. So I'll lightly sand that to try and clean it up a bit, but basically that'll just be some natural weathering. Okay, we now got this little bit to sand up on the nose here, or near the nose.
So the fuselage repair is now complete. Of course, a few other things are complete by the time I've edited this video, as you can see there. If you haven't seen the videos on the completed wing and everything else, well, you just need to have a look here on our channel. Trust that you have subscribed. If not, click the little circle on the left, and thank you for watching.